your favorite male version of Wendy, Charlamagne the God, was trending because people found some of his old tweets, and I think the debate now is whether or not he should be canceled. And for those of you who are just following, well, the radio host recently was trending all over Twitter as old snippets from his interviews resurfaced, and we're not going to share the content, but some of the things he was saying and doing, whether it was joking about rape, jokingly propositioning women, the female guest, sniffing chairs that people sat on. I mean, I'll never forget that interview where he asked Kelly Rowland if she would suck a fart out of a man's butt. That was very disrespectful to me. Mm-hmm. It may have been funny, but that was just weird. And just a lot of just a lot of different.
What the hell did she say? I know she had to walk out.
No, her reaction became a gif because she just looked at him like, "What? What I suck or what? What kind of questions are these?"
And then what about the question that he asked? What's his name? Rapper Mixed.
Logic.
Yeah, like
about his sister.
Yeah, who raped your sisters? I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, and he was like, "That's kind of personal. I don't want to talk about that." But Charlamagne just.
And then the conversation he had with mindless behavior, talking about like some old woman that they're something to say. Yeah, and you seen her naked. I'm like, what the hell y'all talking? These were kids at this point.
Charlamagne is just sometimes he's just very inappropriate.
But
so I guess the debate is, should he be canceled for all his old stuff?
Here's the thing. Now these are old snippets and old interviews, for the most part, and a lot of people watched this before. I remember some of those snippets. I remember seeing it, and a lot, and the response wasn't as big as it is now. And I think his response was, context matters. And at the time, y'all thought it was funny. Now it's the issue.
Right.
That's just my whole issue with cancel culture, because essentially, like, okay, I said
you get canceled from shit from 10 years ago.
Because even with the Kevin Hart shit, like, okay, the tweets was bad. Okay, the tweets was real fucked up. But his jokes, like the part where he was like his famous stop, that's gay. Like, we all laughed at that shit.
Did we?
Now it's the problem. Well, shit, I ain't gonna. Well, look, maybe it was my fault and laugh. That shit was. He was funny. I'm sorry. He was funny. It was funny.
But we do. We laugh.
Now
at
what's
stuff
the
like
issue?
That. We laugh at racist jokes. We laugh at transphobic jokes because I think that naturally, when you're dealing with pain or when you see so many, I always have to go back to the history of comedy and its purpose, right? And we can take this all the way. We can take this
like rap.
Because Charlamagne is like a comedian.
Yeah,
he's a comedian on air.
On air, yeah. We can take this all the way back to ancient days where you had jesters in the courts for the kings. The jesters usually would come out when the country was at war, because there's so much sadness. There's so much turmoil, and comedians have this weird. Good comedians, talented comedians, have this weird way of taking these sad, dark, traumatic experiences that we're witnessing and shaping them or reframing them in a way that make it palatable and make them entertaining for us. So someone like Kevin Hart making gay jokes, 10 years ago, is kind of like funny because you're like, you know what? There's so much like being gay or being bi or being part of the LGBT community. We're under so much pressure because we get attacked by so many different things in a real sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes we have to take ourselves out of it and be like, you know what? I can't do nothing but laugh at this shit. Because sometimes it's just like some things are funny.
Yeah.
And I can say that about any walk of life. There are certain things that are funny about being a black person, that you just don't see happening in white culture. And it's like, if a white person said this about me because I'm black, you're racist and you might get your teeth reshifted. However, as a black person looking and being like, you know what? We do shake our chicken in plastic bags and brown paper bags, or we do have that cabinet in our house that's full of Walmart bags for no reason. Like just making observations that we can reflect on and just find them funny in that moment, just as a space of relief. But really great comedians like oh my God, I don't want to. Oh snap! Marlon Wayans was supposed to play him in a movie. Oh my God. Not Marlon Wayans. Yeah. Dang. His name was just on the tip of my tongue. I'm so embarrassed.
Not Janet Jackson.
No, he's a comedian. He was Martin Lawrence's influence. Dang.
Google is free.
I don't have time to Google. But he was out there with Bill. He was he was with Eddie Murphy in Harlem Nights. You know what I'm talking about?
He was with Eddie Murphy in Harlem Nights.
Yes.
I know Harlem Nights.
Yes. The older one.
Oh, Paul.
Not Paul Mooney, child. Paul Mooney is a mess. Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor. There we go.
I
Yeah, see.
I couldn't get his. I was going to call him Robert.
Okay, Richard Pryor.
But like Richard Pryor, like going back and watching some of his old tapes, it's like he said a lot of inappropriate shit, but they're funny.
Yeah.
Even at the time, like even though it may not be funny now,
Right.
it was funny. And
So I would say the same thing.
Charlamagne has that kind of
Yeah.
is in that space. He hasn't responded to it, but we've also have to give him credit for the past couple of years that I've noticed. He's been trying to be a little more positive, and he's been using his platforms to kind of shine a light on different causes like mental health and wellness, and the Black Lives Matter movement and more political things. So I feel like a lot of celebrities,
and he was a product of assault. I think he talked about this on Uncensored, on an interview at VH1, not VH1, TV One. Because I remember he was talking about how I cannot believe I got on the TV and saw that Tyler Perry was crying about his situation. So that just he was also assaulted too. So I guess some people that's their coping mechanism,
right? Laughter.
Yeah.
I laugh at funerals.
Yeah,
I laugh at funerals and cry at weddings.
Now
I do, and I think that's another reason why my mom doesn't want to sit next to me at most of them. But it's a way for us to kind of self-soothe. That's what I see it as, and I think that Charlamagne also is in an industry where shock value is important. Like if he has the opportunity to make a clip, or he has the opportunity to get in the blogs, he has the opportunity for people to get more views to the Breakfast Club, like he's gonna say it, he's gonna do it. I feel like he's that type.
And that's what he did in the past, but he doesn't really do that no more. But
right.
Hey, people are
because we don't do that here. We just said we want to say. We don't even think about the clips and stuff like that, right, Darren?
Yeah, of course. Child, they're gonna have so many clips of us, child.
We might as well we're the pre-canceled show.
Child, look, this show ain't gonna be canceled now. Shit.
We're pre-canceled, child.
They better not cancel this damn show. Look.
Our tagline is we said what we said. But Charlamagne ain't going nowhere. I think that he has he's going to be around for a long time too. He has that Wendy effect where
cancel culture is just annoying. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's starting to really be like, all right, now we
I cancel
everybody
people all the time.
You know when it started getting annoying for me? It's Doja Cat. I still to this day, and I'm gonna make when I start my YouTube thing again, I'm gonna make an unpopular opinion video. I still feel like Doja Cat ain't do that. Like the shit that she did was not cancelable enough.
But she's not canceled. We're gonna move on.
Okay, she's not.
But she's not
you're right.
canceled,
You're
so
actually
that.
yes. Okay.
The girl is winning.
Shout out to Doja. The girl is winning.
Shout out to Savage X Fenty though.
Oh my God.